Welcome to the Reality Revolution. It's always a joyful experience to read the channelings of the Arcturian Council from Daniel Scranton. It's so wonderful to have permission to read these channelings. I remember listening to these channelings so long ago by Barry Peterson from Giving Voice to the Wisdom of the Ages. So it's been wonderful to read these again and bring these back into the public domain. I recommend that you get all of Daniel Scranton's books. This one I'm reading today is Ascension, The Shift to the Fifth Dimension, Volume 1, and it really focuses on love. Love as the path to understanding your purpose in life and the path to the fifth dimension. The Arcturian Council are ninth dimensional beings. They're very similar to Quo. They got a little bit of that Abraham flavor to them, very consistent in their message. Their primary goal is focusing on the shift into the new earth and what they call the fifth dimension. Love unites humanity. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are determining the best approach in this moment of how to deliver our current transmission. We know that there are so many of you who are receiving these transmissions, but are also struggling in your daily lives. We want to soften the intensity of what you are going through right now by giving you some good news. You have achieved a level of consciousness on planet Earth that has never been exactly this high before. Of course, you have had pockets of areas, you've had civilizations, you've had entire continents in the case of Atlantis, where the consciousness reached a very high level. But as far as the entire Earth goes, there has never been so much love and compassion amongst humanity as there is right now. You can point at the areas where humanity needs to do a lot of evolving and wonder what we are talking about. But what we are talking about is the fact that when you have injustices, wars, mass shootings, when there is any report going out in many forms of media, there is more love and compassion coming back from the collective than there has ever been. The tragedies that you experience in your personal lives and on the global scale are evoking the love and compassion from the hearts of your fellow humans. So no matter what you are personally living right now, do not hide your pain from anyone. Give your fellow humans the opportunity to show you how much compassion and unconditional love they can offer. And of course, you all have the opportunity as well to offer that love and compassion to yourselves. You are coming together as a collective because of your willingness to feel. Love will unite all of humanity, and those of you who have done the majority of the heavy lifting for humanity will not only be there in that moment, when you can feel the collective coming together, you will also be the leaders that bring humanity into the fifth dimensional frequency range. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Self-care is self-love. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have established a connection with all of your guides, and we can report to all of you that your spirit guides are very excited about what they see humanity moving towards. They are optimistic, and they also have a message that hasn't been getting through to most individuals, and that message is that you need to take care of yourselves first. So many of you are looking for a purpose and wanting to be of service, and you are forgetting that in order for you to have something to give to another, you must find a certain amount of balance, a certain amount of vitality, and a certain amount of joy in your own life. You have everything that you need to achieve all three. As awakened beings, you know how to balance your energy. You know how to meditate, and you know how to follow the path of joy. You need not worry about overdoing it when it comes to self-care, which is really self-love in action. And the reason why you needn't worry about overdoing it is that any time you are in a state of joy, you are allowing more energy to flow to you and through you. You ground that high frequency energy into your bodies and into the planet. You are more likely to spread joy around to others when you are taking care of yourselves. You are more likely to smile. You are more likely to be kind and courteous. You are more likely to not let things get to you that have a tendency to get to you when you're overdoing it in terms of your physical action and in terms of the amount of stress you're taking on. Now is not the time to be adding things to your plate. Now is the time to be relaxing and receiving, and then you can think about how much more you can contribute. But holding a high vibration has to be paramount importance to those of you who are awakened. The rest of the collective is counting on you. They need leaders, and you need to lead by example. You need to lead by empowering yourselves and then showing others how they can do it. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have been discovering the eccentricities that exist within humankind, and we find them quite endearing. We find the things that you are ashamed of to be that which makes you most lovable. We wish that we could give you our perspective so that you could release your feelings of shame, your feelings of being unworthy. We wish that we could just help you somehow get over the idea of fitting in. We love that which makes you unique. We especially get excited when you see one of you who is determined to be who you are in spite of the fact that you most certainly are not going to fit in. It is refreshing, to say the least, when one of you is happy with who you are, and we are beyond joyful when we experience one of you in a state of unconditional self-love. If you can, in this moment, release something that you feel ashamed of, you could go so far into a higher frequency that you could likely see the effects on your life very quickly. If you could let go of the need to fit in and be who you really are, you could easily find yourself in the job that you want or in the relationship that you desire. Life would be so much easier for you if you could just let it go, if you could just remove the self-imposed shackles. And we know that we can help you by continuing to love you when you are not loving yourselves. Again, nothing brings us more joy when we see one of you loving yourselves, but we also take quite a bit of joy in loving you when you're not. Now, you are less likely to receive that type of response from one of your fellow humans, but that is meant to serve you. When someone reflects back to you how you feel about yourself, that person is doing you a favor. Now, of course, the person won't know that. He or she is dealing with their own stuff, and that is why they are putting you down in some way. But it is helpful to know. It is helpful to save that reflection so that you can make the course correction, so that you can join us in loving you unconditionally, and so that you can live the lives that you were always meant to live. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The power of love. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. It is the most beautiful experience that you can have to love another person, to find the love that exists within all of you, and to feel and project it out. This is the best of the experiences that you have available to you. We don't think it matters whether the person that you love reciprocates that love. It's not what you want to be unrequited in that love that you feel, but whether someone loves you back or not. You still get to decide to be the love that you are. You can be in love with another person and feel completely fulfilled. And again, whether that person loves you back is irrelevant when you are truly in love. Being in love means holding that vibration. It means that you are in that love state of being, and there is so much joy, excitement, and freedom all tied together with that feeling of love. Being in love with someone who does not love you back is one of the ways that you get to experience unconditional love. Now, many of you feel that it is one of the worst experiences that you can have, to be unrequited in your love. But that's your ego talking. We also understand why you would want to have the other person fall in love with you, because then you get to do lots of things together. And let's face it, it's easier to love someone when they're being nice to you, when they're doting over you, when they're touching you, kissing you, and praising you. But you didn't come here for the experience of what is easy. You came to planet Earth because you were up for the challenge. You can allow yourself to love someone who you may never even meet. We think you have allowed yourself an experience that is a beautiful reminder of what Source experiences. And when you can align yourself with Source, you can tune into the power of love. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Love is a purpose. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have the capacity to love anyone and everyone that we are aware of. And the reason we're able to feel that love is because we have the knowing within us that no matter what someone does, thinks, says, or believes, they are all a part of the same one being. We are all part of Source, and Source is love. We also love planets, moons, stars, suns, and every other imaginable celestial body. It is not something that we take very lightly. This capacity for love, we hold it very dear, and we are certain that we are fulfilling our purpose for existing every single time that we feel love flowing through us. You have the same capacity for feeling love, for being love, for expressing love, but most of you are reserving it for those who you feel it is appropriate to feel it, express it, know it, and so on. For if you wanted to feel more aligned with a purpose for your life, and you had no idea what you were supposed to do, your very next move that would serve you immensely would be to go within your heart space and feel the love you are. And once you get that love vibration going, then you can focus on someone you feel needs it. You can practice unconditional love by aiming the love that you feel and want to express at someone who hasn't earned it, someone who might never earn it, someone who is on the other side of the political spectrum that you are on. You could aim that love at someone who has hurt you, someone who doesn't seem to love you, and then you will get a taste of what it is like to be well beyond resentment. You will get a taste of what it feels like to be ninth dimensional and to be source energy. And if that were the purpose that you decided upon for this lifetime, that would be a grand purpose indeed. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. You are receiving more to give more. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You are bringing more of yourselves forward in this time of rapid awakening. This is a time where more and more people are waking up, and they need guides, such as yourselves, to help them through the process. So this is why more of you who are already awake are experiencing the integration of more past life aspects of you, and why you are allowing in more of the energy that your oversoul is always sending to you. It is also the reason why you receive so many upgrades and why you are requiring so much maintenance of your physical vehicles. You need to keep up with these energies that are helping others awaken and helping you to become the guides that you were always destined to become for those who are lagging behind a bit. It's all part of the process of giving you an experience. You wanted to have the experience of helping others to awaken. They wanted to have the experience of being helped. It has nothing to do with being an old soul or a new soul. It has to do with a choice of experience for this lifetime. You are all as old as you can possibly be, and yet you are rebirthing yourselves in every moment into a new version of your original energy signature. Your perspective is always changing to bring new light to this process that is underway. This process of awakening is multi-layered, and it is a very complex undertaking, but one that you are all ready for. Again, this is why you are receiving so much at this time. You are preparing yourselves to lead the way, to bring others along on this ascension journey. By your example, by your words, and by your energetic support, you give everything to the collective. You are in a constant state of giving, and they are ready to receive more of what you have to offer. This is why it is so important for you to speak your truth. There is no reason for you to hide what you know, because more and more people are ready for the information that you have. They are ready to hear your stories and to follow your lead. You know how important it is to have a mentor or a guide through this process, because you found yours at all of the right times along your journey. And now this is the time for you to be the one who is offering assistance. We are inviting to take on the role with enthusiasm and with courage. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. You are the leaders of the future. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. In the breaking free from societal norms, you put yourselves on a different frequency, a different wavelength than the majority of the people on planet Earth. This difference means that you are all creating a new standard, a new normal. You're not here to change the current systems or to change society. You are here to create something new, and in so doing, you often feel like the weird ones, the outcasts. You feel that you do not fit in, or that you cannot hold a typical conversation with a person who fits in nicely with the way society wants a person to be. When you believe in extraterrestrials, channeling, dimensions, parallel universes, angels, fairies, and all sorts of other things, you are creating the experience of not only being separate, but also not being included. This can be a lonely path that You have all chosen for yourselves, but it is the path that you're on now, and you cannot help but to believe in what you believe. You cannot make yourselves fit into a society that does not acknowledge the things that you talk about as though they were commonplace. Wanting to fit in is a normal and natural desire. Wanting other people to get you and to validate you and to be able to relate to you is an innate tendency that you are born with. Staying on your path, in spite of the fact that you don't fit in and that other people don't get you, will have its rewards. You, the weird ones and the outcasts, will be the leaders in the future. You'll be the ones who can explain what is happening to everyone else. You will have an opportunity to provide guidance and support to those who are struggling with adjusting to the new normal, the normal that you accepted a long time ago. Bridging your reality to the reality of the majority of civilization is a task that you signed up for, but don't expect them to come to you. You will be the ones who extend out your hands to help and to serve and to bring everyone into the fold of the fifth dimension. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Love is the path to the fifth dimension. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have given you a taste of what is to come for humanity, and we are not the only ones who are doing this. There is also energy and information coming to you from your sun that is meant to show you the light. It is meant to enlighten you to the future of the human race on planet Earth, and to give you sneak previews of what is to come as you bring yourselves closer and closer to the fifth dimensional experience of your reality. The energies are also coming to you from planet Earth and the photon belt. When you put all of that together, what you get is a massive amount of energy, information, and love. This is the most important aspect of what you are experiencing. It is not the DNA upgrades. It is not the cellular upgrades. It is not the unlocking of codes and information within you. The most important element that you are downloading is the love that this universe was created from, that you were created from, and that is the basis for everything in every reality. The point of all this is not to get somewhere or achieve something. The point of everything is to love and to know that you are the love that you experience, plain and simple. That is the experience of self as source. That is the way that you connect with each other. That is the way that you find something in your life to get excited about. That is the perfect reason for all of you to exist and to get out of bed in the morning and do what you do. It is the experience of love flowing through you. So embracing this truth means that you give in to that which is calling you, that which is lighting you up, that which energizes you. Because as you do, you find more loves within you. You then have more love to give, and the more of it that flows through you, the more alive you feel, and the easier it is for you to step into the full knowledge of yourself as a fifth dimensional being, as an infinite being, as a source energy being. This is truly what we desire to give you a taste of in our transmissions. This is what the Earth, the Sun, and the photons are also encouraging you to feel. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Enjoy your beautiful world. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. It is a beautiful world that you live in, and there are many aspects of your world that you can focus upon. You do live in a system of duality, and there are extreme polarities present on planet Earth. And those of you who are coming from the light could easily become preoccupied with the dark end of the spectrum. You could easily find yourselves looking to remove all of the darkness, and in so doing, you could take your focus off of what is already right and beautiful and filled with light and love on planet Earth. You don't have to run from the darkness or bury your head in the sand in order to enjoy what is beautiful and right in your world. And you also don't have to go looking for all the darkness with the intent of exposing it and making others accountable. You can send the darkness and those who operate in the dark your light and your love, and you can still enjoy your world. You can take what is right and beautiful and filled with light on planet Earth and use it to co-create the new Earth, the Earth of the fifth dimension. You don't have to defeat the darkness in order to do this. So at times you will notice that those who are operating in the dark will get in the way of your enjoyment of planet Earth. But if you let them ruin your experience of planet Earth, then you give them more power if you let yourself be lowered vibrationally to their level in an attempt to defeat them. Then you will have lost your connection to the light. You don't have to worry about those who operate in the dark defeating you. You don't have to worry about them preventing you from ascending. All you need to do is understand that they represent something that is sometimes hidden from the light within you, and you use their presence as an opportunity to heal yourself and to become whole. The whole you is what will make the journey to the fifth dimension. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. You are light workers. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are the checkpoint through which consciousness enters the entire universe. We know about the balance of darkness and light in the universe, and we are maintaining a balance that is slightly favoring the light. Now you might wonder why at this point in your evolution you would need any darkness at all. And the truth is quite simple. Those who play the role of the dark are doing so to give you an opportunity to experience something you've never experienced before. You know that you are unconditional love. You know this because when you hear it, that truth resonates with you. But how do you experience that unless you have something truly unlovable in front of you? When you choose to be who you really are, you help to take this universe to the next level. You help to tip the scales even further on the side of the light by offering more light. You have your own gateway inside of you, and that gateway has access to an unlimited amount of source energy, an unlimited amount of light and love. It is up to you how much of that you let in, and therefore you are helping to keep the amount of light in this universe at a magnitude that will always be the dominant force. We together are all ensuring that the shift in consciousness occurs. We get help from you and you get help from us. And there are so many beings on the side of the light banding together, creating strength in numbers. So you see, even a little advantage goes a long way, because those who are playing in the dark are still feeling that separation from source. And only the love and the light that you shine upon them can awaken them to the truth that no matter how far on the side of darkness they have traversed, they are never actually separate from source. That is why you are all called light workers. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The way of love. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very much in love with each and every one of you, no matter who you are and no matter what you do. This is our way. It is the way of love, and love is the way that we have decided upon for ourselves. It just so happens that the decision to love is harmonious with our true nature. It is more than just a coincidence, however. It is a calling, and you all receive the call as well. You receive the call to love each other no matter what, but the call is often obscured by the reasons that the mind comes up with to not love another. These reasons can be quite compelling, and they are often chosen over love in spite of the fact that your true nature is love. We want you to observe how differently you experience your life and your world when you lead with your heart instead of your head. When you see someone walking down the street with their shoulders slouched, their head down and forward, and their chest sunken in, you can tell that the person has been leading literally with their head and trying to protect their heart. One of the reasons why many humans choose not to love is because of the risk of getting hurt. When you are walking around your house or down the street or at your place of work, see how differently you experience life when you stick your chest out and pull your head back and lead with your heart. It may seem like a silly and simple trick, but actually works because you are putting your focus there, and your heart has much to say about how you live your life as your mind does. The mind is emphasized more than the heart is in society, and it's time for that to shift. It's time for everything to shift. It will begin when enough of you are willing to be vulnerable, to love all others in your path, to lead with your hearts, and to forget about all the reasons your mind can come up with to shield yourself and to keep your heart hidden away. You will eventually do this. You will eventually become beings of pure, unconditional love if you do it now, and if you do it consciously, you will have a much easier time with the energies that are coming in. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. unconditional love, and soulmates. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. There is something that needs to be experienced firsthand in order to be truly understood by all of you. There is a moment that you will always grant yourselves in every lifetime, and that moment is an opportunity for you to know yourselves as unconditional love. It's not a test. No one outside of you is administering the test, and it is not something that you pass or fail. It is something, that moment where you are given the option to love someone anyway, to love someone in spite of something that you find to be unlovable. Now, in countless past lives, you've been given the opportunity to love someone unconditionally, and you have chosen to hold a grudge. You have chosen to not forgive, to hold resentment and anger within you. And those lifetimes create for karmic relationships with others, because you need to give yourself the opportunity again and again and again until you give yourself the experience. The experience of loving unconditionally is truly liberating. It is a magnificent experience. It is about freedom and joy, and it connects you so deeply to the person that you are offering it to that everything else that has ever existed between you melts away. That is when you know you are face to face with a soulmate. Your soulmate is usually the one who continues to give you the opportunity to love unconditionally, and you will do the same just by being yourself, just by doing and saying the things that come quite naturally to you. You will trigger that soulmate, and you will give the other person the opportunity to love you unconditionally. Now, what happens in that moment is also beautiful, because when someone else loves you unconditionally, you're able to see yourself differently. You're able to see yourself through the eyes of Source. You're able to love yourself unconditionally, and that is also very liberating. You feel free as you let yourself off the hook for having to live up to your own standards for love. You open yourself up to receiving more love, and of course, you are more open to giving it. Knowing yourself as unconditional love is an experience that you will most certainly want to have, and we certainly wish for all of you that you will be giving yourselves this experience many, many times. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Help others evolve by listening. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. Before you speak, we recommend that you listen. Now, in your conversation with another, you are often seeking to get a point across or share some information. You often desire to be heard. Take into account that the person or persons you are talking to want the exact same things. They also want to be heard, and even more than that, they want to be understood. They want to be acknowledged. You are empathic, which most of you who are awakened are. Then you know what the other person or persons feel. But they still want to be heard, so it is your task as a compassionate and loving being to listen and to give the other person's perspective as much weight as your own. If you are talking to someone else whose political beliefs are very different from your own, you may just want to believe that they are wrong and that you are right. From where the other person is coming from, they are right, and they have every right to their beliefs, no matter how backwards or archaic they may seem to you. You all want to evolve together, and in order to bring as many people with you as possible, the most important thing you can do is to give another person the right to their perspective and their beliefs. When you do, you are showing love and compassion, and you are giving them an opportunity to grow in your acceptance of them as they are. So no matter what someone else is saying to you, we suggest that your first instinct is to validate the person. Give the person you are speaking to respect, and let him or her say whatever they want to say without interruption. When you speak, speak from the heart. Demonstrate to the other person by your example what speaking from the heart feels like, sounds like, and looks like. And no matter what the conversation is that you are having, and no matter with whom, you can help bring the other person further along in their spiritual evolution. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Loving all parts of yourself. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You often favor the parts of yourselves that show to the rest of the world how special you are. You like the parts of yourself that will get you love from other people, parts of yourself that feel ashamed of because others have taught you that they are shameful, are the parts of yourself that need the most love. If you hide them away from others long enough, you can deny their existence to yourself. But with the lack of love that you show these parts of yourself, coupled with the lack of love from the rest of the world, these parts of you wither away. You become less of your whole self because of a judgment. If you can find it in your heart to look at the parts of yourself that society deems unlovable, you can put the pieces back together that have been missing. You can bring these parts of yourself that you do not like into the light and shine the love that you have within you on them. In so doing, you can start a movement within yourself, because nothing is ever hidden away completely from the rest of the collective. As you decide that you can love all parts of yourself, that information will be shared with the rest of the collective, because you are all connected. And whether anyone knows it originated within you or not, the permission will be granted to others to love all parts of themselves. Even actions that society would deem as unforgivable. All parts of you are parts of Source, and Source is love. You can find the love within yourself and start this movement, because when you live in a society of people who love themselves completely, you live in a society that is inching its way ever closer to representing heaven on earth. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Send love to all. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are able to perceive your energy and any fluctuations that we detect in your field. Therefore, we are able to monitor how you're doing as individuals and how you're doing as a collective. And we are happy to report that the recent activity that has been spurred on by your sun has been well received and integrated by the collective. Those of you who are aware of what is happening at this time are able to do more for the entire collective than you might think. You're able to send data to the collective through the experiences that you have. So as you are consciously opening yourselves up to receive and assimilate these energies that are being given to you by your sun, you subconsciously transmit that data to the entire collective. You're all having a ripple effect on those who are unaware of what is going on. You can do the same with what your collective is very consciously aware of. In other words, when you see people putting their focus on what a politician is saying and resisting that politician, you can help your collective by sending transmissions of love to the politician and to everyone who's getting triggered by that politician. When you hear about a natural disaster on the news, you can, and you often do, send love and light to those who are affected by the natural disaster. It's not always as easy to see the need for your support when you see something like abuse, or when you see something like a murder or a dictator running amok. Many times on your world you are encouraged to take a side and to be on the side of good, but we suggest that you offer the light and the love that you are able to download and assimilate from the sun and from the higher realms to the entire collective, no matter what they are doing, no matter what they are saying, and no matter what they are believing. Those of you who are awakened are the ones being called to be of service in this way, and the effects that you have are greater than you know. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Shine your light for all of humanity. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You have begun to recognize the true nature of your beingness, and you are taking yourselves beyond the limitations that had been in place for humanity for eons of time. You are ready now to bring some more of the light of that true nature to this world. It is very important for you all to recognize that the light within you is more powerful than any government, any corporation, any group of individuals who are seeking to control and dominate. Your light comes from the purest source imaginable, and your light is capable of reducing the amount of darkness in this world. You see, as you shine your light, in whatever way you choose to shine it, you are illuminating that which needs to be seen, processed, and integrated. And therefore you quicken the ascension process through your willingness to be who you are. Now, many of you are looking for something big to do, something that will have an enormous impact on the world and all of her inhabitants. But when we talk about shining your light, we are referring to all of the little ways in which you can choose to express yourselves in that moment. You can dance and you can sing. You can paint and draw. You can give freely of your time and your compassion. And each opportunity that comes your way to do so helps you to break free from that limitation, that self-imposed limitation that was set in place to keep you small, to keep you playing a third-dimensional game. But your light is all that is required to release you from that limitation. And your light is easy to find. Look within your hearts, feel for it, and let it guide you to the next most exhilarating adventure that you can take. As we have said, that exhilarating adventure could be taking a sculpting class, it could be gardening, it could be going on a hike that you've never been on before. You are the best ones to determine what makes your light shine most brightly in the moment. So check in with those hearts of yours and let your light guide the way for all of humanity. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. This group of channelings primarily focused on love and the pathways that love offers us in the shift to the fifth dimension is amazing. We begin with an understanding that love is what unites humanity. At the time that I'm reading this channeling, the world is divided in every way, shape, and form. On every piece of social media, in the news, on TV. The one path that we can find for unity is through love. You ground this frequency of energy of this love into your body and planet, and you spread this joy around to others who are taking care of themselves. And by doing so, just by a simple smile, some small goal, some small thing that you do, some small task, you send ripples of love out into the world and you begin to unite. True love is self-care, and understanding that you must love yourself first is part of this teaching. They are trying to teach you the way that they love as the Arcturian Council from this higher perspective. And so as they do, they begin to explain that that is where the power's at. That you can find the power of all things through this love. And it gives you purpose. It's the purpose for existence. And it's the reason that you're here. When it comes down to it, this is a lesson in love. You're learning the lessons in love and increasing your power through the love that you understand and control and assimilate and give out. And you are receiving more and you're giving more every moment. This makes you a leader. You are the leader because of the love that you bring. And it is truly the path to the fifth dimension. When you understand the shift into the fifth dimension is not what a lot of people explain. It's all about love. It's not the DNA upgrades, the cellular upgrades, the codes or information. The point is, everything is love. And to know that you are the love that you experience. This simple knowing, it's the experience of love flowing through you. And embracing this love will bring you into the fifth dimension. It's a beautiful world. It's why you're a light worker. It's the way of love. They even mention the powerful connection that soulmates can have. The ways of unconditional love. And you can help others by listening and sending love no matter what the situation. And they're teaching us that we need to send love to our enemies and friends, to those people that we are frightened of, to those people that we hate, to those people that we care about equally. And when we do, we begin to shine our light on all of humanity. We are an example in the way that we experience this love and offer it out. That unconditional love is so powerful, it will change the world. And it starts with you. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. And welcome to The Reality Revolution.